everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. We are celebrating the life and memory of Elvis Presley with a mission to share his legacy with the world. It's Tuesday, September 26th, and I'm your host and founder of TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. My name is Krista Joy. We are so excited that you've joined us tonight. Thank you for being here with us. I want to do a special shout out and a thank you to quickproductions.com for being our sponsors, and also to Lee Douglas of Old Time Rock and Roll for converting the show to iTunes. But first, I want to kick it off with our video, and oh, by the way, some highlights of tonight's show. I gotta tell you, one of Elvis's former girlfriends called me about a week ago, and she wants to come on the show. So you guys are going to be the first ones to find out who it was. I've also got a scoop for you on the new Elvis Christmas album coming out, plus a great article on the history of Elvis in Vegas. But for now, if you guys would for me, just hit the share button, share the video, and I'm going to start the intro video for you guys on YouTube, and then we'll kick it off and get into the news right after that. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around and make some room on my messy desk, and we'll get the video started. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. There you go. How's everybody doing? I'm so glad to be back with you tonight. It seems like it's been forever. I guess it hasn't been that long, but it seems like it's been forever. Who's here? Larry Larkham's here. Yay! Hi, Larry. Peter Alden is here, and Amanda Brown. So co-host Peter Alden couldn't be with us in person tonight, but let me tell you, he is here in spirit, because if it weren't for him leaving his iPad here in the home studio, I think we would probably not have any internet tonight. But I wouldn't be able to do the show because my internet has been just crazy today and annoying. So thank you, Peter Alden. You truly are one of the sponsors of tonight's show. So thank you for that. Okay, so I promised you news on the brand new Elvis Christmas album coming your way for 2017. And here is the deal. Elvis Presley's estate will release another Christmas album featuring reimagined orchestral versions of the late singer's previously issued holiday tracks. Elvis Presley, Christmas with Elvis and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra is out October 6th. Via RCA Records and Legacy Recordings. So I got this information from Rolling Stone magazine, so I'm assuming that it will be released in the States October 6th, but let me know if I'm not right about that. Jack says he tuned in. Hi, Jack. Welcome. Okay, so 40 essential Christmas albums, classics, and new entries worthy of your holiday. The LP includes Presley performances from 1957's Elvis Christmas Album all the way to 1971's Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas, paired with newly tracked arrangements from London's famed Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. The standard 13-track release is out on CD, LP, and digital formats on October 6th, with an expanded deluxe version with 4 bonus tracks, symphonic takes from Presley's 1957 EP, Peace in the Valley, following in CD and digital form on November 24th. So to back that up, we've got a 13-track version that you can get beginning October 6th, and if you want the 17 songs, you can get that CD and digital form November 24th. So here is the deal. I want to tell you all the songs that are going to be coming out on the album. First, I want to say hey to Carol Williams, who's tuning in for Meatball Stop tonight. Wish I was with you. And Peter Gould's here. Hey! Okay, so these are the songs, you guys, that are coming out on Elvis's new Christmas album for this year. By the way, if you can for me, hit the share button. Let everybody know that you're getting your Elvis news tonight on TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. I would so appreciate it. And here is the list of those Christmas songs. Number 1, Santa Claus is back in town. He's coming down your chimney tonight. Yeah, love that song. Number 2, we got White Christmas. 3 is Here Comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Number 4, Merry Christmas, Baby. Yeah, that one will be the 4th one. Merry Christmas, Baby. And number 5, Blue Christmas. Number 6, I'll Be Home for Christmas. 7, Winter Wonderland. 8, Santa, Bring My Baby Back to Me. 9, Silver Bells. 10, Oh Little Town of Bethlehem. 11, Oh Come All Ye Faithful. 12, The First Noel. 13, Silent Night. And then the deluxe edition bonus tracks include there'll be Peace in the Valley, I Believe, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, and It Is No Secret What God Can Do. So those bonus tracks are your gospel songs, which sounds fantastic. I'm thinking they pretty much covered the gamut of all my favorite Elvis Christmas songs. But you guys tell me, what's missing? What would you love to see added onto this album? How exciting is this? Now, I am a fan of the Philharmonic rearrangements of Elvis's songs. Like I love all of them. I know some people are hit or miss. Peter Alden, he likes some of them, doesn't like other ones of them. So type it in. Give me your feedback if you're watching live tonight. I'd love to know if you are excited about this new album coming out, if you're going to be buying it. I really need somebody at RCA or whoever is in charge of this to contact me and send me a review copy, because that would be awesome. And then I could tell you guys how I felt about it and give you my review. But you know, that's just a thing. That's on my dream list. So next up we're going to talk about Elvis's Vegas connection, all the way from the early years to later in life. So if you would for me really quick, just hit the share button. We've got so many people tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the share button. Let everybody know that you're watching your Elvis news tonight on TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. This is a beautiful article that was shared by the Pompadour Tribute to Tribute Artist page on Facebook. They put this link up. I clicked on it, read this article, and wanted to share it with you guys. All right. So, here we go. Although Elvis's untimely death came in 1977, when the legendary singer was only 42 years of age, his memory still lives on, and he is still a hugely important icon even today. One place in particular has a lot to thank the King of Rock and Roll for, and that's the world-famous gambling hub, Las Vegas. Elvis was one of the most important figures to make regular appearances at the Nevada City and help boost the appeal of the casino capital of the world. And here we're going to discuss Elvis's Vegas years and how apparent it is that his spirit is still very much alive in every corner of the city. So again, this is all paraphrased, but I'll put a link to this article in the blog post if you want to read it word for yourself. You absolutely can. This is the part that I find so fascinating, and I think a lot of people do, including Peter Alden, because I hear him tell this story a lot. Elvis made his Las Vegas debut in 1956 when he was just 21 years old after the release of Heartbreak Hotel. And the song was released on January 22nd that year, and by April it was a million seller. This was Elvis's first ever RIAA certified gold record, and it went on to be the biggest selling single of the year. But when the young singer first appeared at the New Frontier, it was met with a mixed reception. Can you imagine? So Nevada magazine notes how this Southern marvel from Memphis was weird looking to the people of Vegas, who were used to the cool style of the likes of Frank Sinatra. This early foray into the Vegas scene wasn't the right time for the king, but later on, after he had established himself as a worldwide sensation, he came back and conquered. So, Krista's paraphrased version, in 1956, Elvis was 21 years old. He went to Vegas and he tanked. The poor guy, I can't even imagine. But they just weren't ready for him there at that period in our history. So, but as we all know, that all would change a few years later. So, continuing on, let's see, where was I? Let's see. So, after he established himself as a worldwide sensation, of course, he came back to Vegas and conquered. After a less than memorable first appearance in Sin City, Elvis had a busy few years. He went on to become a major star thanks to hits including Jailhouse Rock, All Shook Up, which both made the top 5 singles of 1957. Soon followed Elvis's 2-year stint in the Army in the late 50s, during which time he still managed to have 10 top 40 hits, including Hard-Headed Woman and One Night. After being discharged as a sergeant, Elvis decided to focus on films during the early 60s, and the filming of Viva Las Vegas brought him back to the city, where he would one day be regarded as a god. The 1964 comedy musical, directed by George Sidney, had little to do with gambling. Instead, it featured Elvis as a singing race car driver. So here we are. We have a young Elvis who went to Vegas, didn't do so well, but guess what? He didn't give up. He could have just stopped right there and said, my career is over, and just taken it really hard and stopped. But fortunately, he persevered. He pushed through and had a #1 hit-selling record almost instantly. Of course, we know about his fantastic return to Vegas. So, it goes on to say Elvis waited for 13 years after his initial time that he performed at Vegas to grace the stages of the gambling capital again. Can you imagine? So 13 years later, he went back, and can you imagine how nervous he must have been, knowing that the last time he was there, he didn't do so hot. But it was 1969, and the grand opening of the International Hotel, which is now known as the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino. The King of Rock and Roll had actually been studying Vegas, and by this point, he was an all-around entertainer ready to blow the audience away. The highlight was when he closed the set with a 6-minute rendition of his latest hit, Suspicious Minds. Oh yeah, I love that one. Elvis's stepbrother, Billy Stanley, wrote in his autobiography that the Rebel King was back on the top of his profession and the top of the world. The rest is history. Elvis became the biggest sensation to hit Las Vegas in its long history, and the name has now become synonymous with the city. Take a walk down the strip, and the flashing lights, songs, and imagery would lead you to believe that the iconic rocker was still alive. Even online casinos are grateful for Elvis's contribution to one of the greatest gambling cities in the world. Slot games are usually known for being based on things that are predominant in popular culture, such as Jurassic Park and Game of Thrones. But despite the fact that Elvis hasn't been in mainstream pop culture since the 70s, there's an Elvis-themed slot game which plays tribute to the influence of the great musician, and this highlights how his legend still lives on to this day, as a visit to the official Elvis e-shop will also prove the online store selling everything from kitchen aprons to Christmas stockings. I love that. So, I love you guys sending all the thumbs and hearts and stuff. It's good to see you guys. Thank you. Hey, Lindsay, I know you just sent me a private message. I'm kind of busy right now, but I'll get right back to you when I can. Andrea's here. Hi. And Peter Alden. Okay, so Peter submitted his ideas of things that are missing in the Elvis Christmas album. He is missing On a Snowy Christmas Night. I love that one too. It almost makes me cry though. It's so sad. Holly Leaves and Christmas Trees, The Wonderful World of Christmas, If I Get Home on Christmas Day. He says all of those should be included in the album. I agree. Why not? Why not have more? You never have too much Elvis on one album, right? But I guess I gotta save some stuff for next year. But I love those ideas. You're amazing, Peter. He just comes up with all this stuff off the top of his head. And Sissy's here. Hi, Sissy. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm taking a break from the news to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure you join Sissy's Facebook group, which has a new name that is escaping me at the moment, but I'll get that in the notes to you guys. Make sure you get on there. I believe if you type in Elvis Anything and Everything Facebook group, it still pops up, even though she's changed the name. The new name, Elvis, what's happening? Find out what's happening then and now. Okay, just came to my brain. So that's it. The Elvis Find Out What's Happening Then and Now group. You guys go ahead and join that one. It's a fantastic group. Almost 13,000 members on Facebook and going strong. Michael's here. Hey, Michael. I love your profile pic. That's awesome. And Sissy's here. Yay, Sissy. And Janice is here. Hi. And Nancy Wright is here. Hello. Welcome, you guys. So if you just are tuning in, we are recapping Elvis's career in Vegas from the early years to later in his life. So if you would for me, take a moment, hit the share button, let everybody know that you're watching your Elvis news tonight on TCB Radio on Facebook Live. I would so appreciate the share, and we'll roll through the rest of this story. So as it concludes here, the memory still lives on in Vegas. This is funny. If you had been cryogenically frozen in 1975, defrosted today, and plunked down on the Las Vegas Strip, you would be inclined to think that the legendary rocker was still alive and kicking and continuing to rock the hotels in the city. Elvis's image can still be seen all over the place, with cutouts of the singer in his prime welcoming players to a number of hot spots. There are also plenty of cover acts playing his best love songs, such as All Shook Up at Planet Hollywood. And it's a testament to the star that he has become synonymous with one of the world's liveliest entertainment cities. And over 60 years since his first performance in Nevada, it seems fair to assume that this legend could live on for at least another 60. Absolutely, I agree. But isn't that an awesome article? And again, that's just my paraphrased version that I read to you, but I will put a link to the original post that's up on the internet so you guys can find that in the blog post later on. But it's a dream of mine. I've never been to Vegas. I've always wanted to go. And as an Elvis fan, everyone always says to me that they can't believe I've never been, that it's you just gotta go if you're an Elvis fan. So Michael says Elvis still rocks, that's for sure. And they're not telling us anything in this article we don't already know. But it was just really, really a great piece. I thank you for being here so I could read it to you out loud. Next up, we're going to do Fan Club Corner. But first, I want to ask you, if you haven't already, will you hit the share button and just let everybody know that you are watching your Elvis News Tonight on TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. Now, every week, I tell you guys, you're more than welcome. If you are part of an Elvis Presley fan club, send me your details on your meeting, and I'll share it with the world and let everybody know about your meeting. So tonight I have for you my hometown, my official Elvis Presley fan club of Orlando. I wanted to let you know our meet updates. If you're in town, if you're going to be going to Disney World or something like that, why not stop in? Here's what we got. Lindsay, our president, has lined up some fantastic Elvis tribute artists for your entertainment. Saturday, the 30th September, we kick it off with Ted Torres. It's coming up so soon. The 7th of October, we've got Vince Grasso and Liam Grasso. The 21st, your friend and mine, co-host Peter Alden. And Saturday, on the 18th of November, we have Richie Santa. And Saturday, the 13th of January, Dwight Eisenhower. So she's going to be putting event pages for all these up very soon. Just go on Facebook. You can type in the official Elvis Presley Fan Club of Orlando, and you'll find all her event pages. Our meetings are located at the Lucky Leprechaun Irish Pub on International Drive. The shows start at 8 o'clock. There's a $5 cover at the door. Children are free. And we hope to see you all there at all the meetings supporting the official Elvis Presley Fan Club of Orlando. Don Wilson is here. Hi, Don. Thank you again for being on the show last week. We had a fantastic time. What a great interview. I got so many wonderful comments about our time with Don Wilson. If you guys missed that interview, you got to go back and watch it. It was great, and I'm so excited to have Don on the show again in the future. He has so much to share. We've got to do lots and lots of shows. And then Lindsay's here, our president of the official Elvis Presley Fan Club of Orlando. She typed in all the details that I read to you about the meeting coming up on September 30th. So we look forward to seeing everybody, and I will put this also in the blog post for you guys to refer back to. Now, if I could just do a quick little plug on a show we have coming up. As you guys know, we're not a show about tribute artists. We're a show about Elvis. However, I do make the exception for Peter Alden, because he's a co-host of the show. And we booked a really cool gig that I just thought you might find interesting. Wanted to tell you about this also in case you're in the Central Florida area. We've got a Halloween sock hop with the King coming up Friday, October 27th at 7 o'clock. The location is the Rockin' Ranch, 801 South Nova Road in Ormond Beach, Florida. And everybody is welcome to come dressed in your favorite 50s and 60s outfits or Halloween costumes. Peter Alden will be present to do a tribute to Elvis through the years, as well as judging a costume contest for the best Elvis costume. How fun is that? Pete Michaels will be the DJ in the DJ booth, playing your favorite music from the 50s and 60s, as well as today's top line dancing music. There will be line dancing lessons with Rita from 7 to 9:30, plus drink specials and prizes given away all night long. So this is something that we've never done before, a Halloween sock hop with the King. So if you're here at the world's most famous beach in Florida, October 27th, come on over, and we would love to see you there. Jennifer Michelle is here. Hi. And Carrie's here. Hello, hello. Glad you guys tuned in tonight. Thank you for being here. And if you get a minute, hit the share button. Let everybody know that you are watching your Elvis news tonight on TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for all the hearts and the thumbs going across the screen. You guys are awesome. I appreciate y'all so much. All right. And the part we've all been waiting for. Tonight, I am so excited and pleased to announce to you our next special guest interview, which will be happening this Tuesday coming up. I got the biggest thrill and kick, a thrill of my life this week when I played my voicemail and heard a beautiful voice of one of Elvis Presley's former girlfriends. And if Pete was here and I had his phone to do the show, I could have played y'all part of the voicemail, but since I'm working from my phone, I can't do that, so I apologize. But you will get to hear her talk a lot next week as she comes on the show for an interview. This is none other than, again, Elvis Presley's former girlfriend, actress, host. She's a stunt woman, a model, a beauty and health care expert, a YouTube channel promoter. That she has a YouTube channel. She does speaking events everywhere. She's the fantastic, beautiful sweetheart. Her name is Mindy Miller. All right, if you haven't heard of Mindy, there's a reason for that. Mindy has kept quiet due to Elvis's personal requests, and this is the story she tells, that he sat her down right after the guys all wrote that book about him that made him upset, the Elvis What Happened book. He looked Mindy in the eyes and said, don't ever tell anybody about our private relationship, about the things that, you know, are private things. So she literally took that to heart, and for years and years and years didn't talk about Elvis, anything about him. But in the last couple of years, she's been coming out, she's been sharing, and she's, for various reasons, which I hope she'll share on the show Tuesday, she's felt comfortable to share some wonderful memories, and I am delighted and excited to let you guys know first. The ones of you that are here live tonight with me are the first to know that we will have Mindy Miller will be our exclusive interview on Tuesday for Tuesday Night Live. So thank you all for tuning in, and Stevie Orlando Elvis Greer is here. Be sure to let Stevie know if you've got any Elvis needs. He's a fantastic tribute artist. I love Stevie so much. Thank you, Stevie, for tuning in. And Harold's here. Very cool. Harold's excited about the interview with Mindy. I am too. I just totally geeked out when I heard her voicemail on my phone, and just so thrilled and honored that our little show is getting to the point where we are able to do interviews, and I have so many wonderful, exciting interviews to bring you guys, starting with Mindy next week. So I hope that you'll tune in live. The fun part about being here live with me on Facebook Live is you can type in your questions and comments, and you might get them read. I might be able to read them to Mindy, and she can answer your questions and comments live. So very, very, very fun. So definitely join us. Same time, same place. We'll be here at 7:30 Eastern on Tuesday. TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live. And with that, we're going to close the show tonight. Thank you so much for being here with me. And if you tuned in late, don't worry. The replay is going to be up on Facebook. We're going to put it on the website, which of course is tcbradionetwork.com. And we'll also be reposting this to iTunes thanks to the amazing Lee Douglas of Old Time Rock and Roll. Be sure to look up his podcast as well. It's a fantastic commercial-free 50s and 60s all music show with a little bit of talking from Lee with history. I love hearing what he has to say as well. The music's great. So tune into Old Time Rock and Roll on iTunes as well. And you'll find us there too, TCB Radio Network. So thanks you guys again for tuning in live. Have a fantastic week. And just never give up on your dreams. I'll see you again real soon, you guys. Thanks so much. Okay, see you later.